Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be taking our first step into the new Phyrexian All is One, not new Phyrexia, kind of weird naming convention, but we are going to be looking at standard best of 3 today, and we're going to be trying out a list from another creator, Ironic Velvet, who got to number 3 Mythic with this Mardu tokens list. And to preface, I've switched up the sideboard a bit just for my own personal preference. There's a lot of one-ofs, and to me it didn't make sense. It's one of those in the eyes of the builder sideboard, so I tweaked it to be a little bit more customized to my liking. But the deck's kind of built around Mondrak, Glory, Dominus. It's part of the horror cycle. Every color got a legendary creature. This is a 4-mana 4/4, which basically allows you to have kind of a doubling season style effect for tokens. So if one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many tokens are created instead. And then you also have the ability for 3 or some combination of 1 and 2 to 4 life to sacrifice 2 other artifacts or creatures, and you get to put an indestructible counter on Mondrak. This is a counter not till end of turn, notably, so it allows you to protect your Dominus as well. So we're basically a tokens deck, and what really drew me out to this deck is Ob Nixilis is my favorite planeswalker printed, and Ob Nixilis makes copies. With Mondrak out, you get copies of the copies, so we are going to be trying to make as many Ob Nixilis as possible. The tokens that Ob Nixilis makes as well, the Devils, you could get multiple copies. It's a deck that also runs both Fable, the Mirror Breaker, and Wedding Announcement, which were 2 of the most powerful cards in previous Standard, so it's a good start to be playing in those colors there. We also have like the Wandering Emperor, Rite of Oblivion as a bunch of things to sack. We have Riveteers Requisitioner, 2-mana 3/1 that when it dies we get a treasure. We could also blitz it, and notably Mondrak doubles all tokens, so you get treasure tokens as well in doubles. Go for the Throat as removal. We have Resolute Reinforcements, which flashes in, makes some tokens. Crawling Chorus, when it dies we get Toxic Mites. Skrelv's Hive as a way to make Phyrexian might tokens, and then we can eventually gain life if they have enough poison. Sanctuary Warden makes tokens and a whole bunch of counters. Vraska to proliferate. We have a lot of planeswalkers. You can proliferate the counters on like Wedding Announcement to flip it sooner. The Fable, the Mirror Breaker to flip it sooner. And then we have Skitterbeam Battalion, which you can get 10 power for 5 mana. Seems pretty good. In the mana base, we got Darkcleave Cliffs as one of the fast lands, so just a fewer amount of the pain lands to hopefully help the Mardu. We don't have the Mardu Triome, that was in the previous set. The sideboard, I just cleaned it up a bit to my liking, like I said. So another Skrelv's Hive for the heavier like removal matchups, some Abrades for more catch-all removal and artifact hate, Lauren artifact enchantment removal, Archangel of Wrath against like the creature decks. So our deck's kind of soft to Thalia in the main board. If you look at it, a lot of our spells, a lot of our like creatures in a way are spell based, so we get taxed by Thalia. So I wanted to have an answer there in like the soldiers deck, and just some like mono red and stuff like that. Having a 3/4 life linker that gains you some more life is really powerful. Destroy Evil for like the mono white decks, any of like the Sheoldred style decks. Another Go for the Throat, number 4, another Rite of Oblivion, Graveyard Hate, and then the Eternal Wander. This card's been really impressive when I've seen it in like the mono white decks. Lets us create 2/2 double strike samurais. We can get multiple copies of it. We get to exile artifact or creature and then return to the battlefield. So if our opponent has tokens, we can blink their tokens and they just go away. We can kind of rebuy our creatures. So if we have something like the Angels, we can rebuy them, like our Sanctuary Wardens. We can cast Skitterbeam for 5 mana and then blink it, and then it comes back as a 4 power instead. So some value there. You could reblink like your Requisitioners, your Resolute Reinforcements, all kind of things like that. But notably, it's all like -4 comes down, and you basically wipe out all their creatures except their worst one, and you keep your best creature. So it's a good kind of tempo switch, and then it's prevents your opponent from attacking with more than one creature. So ideally what happens is you leave them with the worst one, and then you have a good creature, and then they can't deal with it. So we're going to give this a shot. We'll give it a couple games, see how it plays out, and go from there. I've been watching some of Standard, but I haven't not played a single game of Standard yet. I was on vacation, so this will be our first foray. So I'm anticipating still some of the same powerhouses, Grixis. There's some Jund variants going around, mono red from what I can see. The mono white mid-range deck is also fairly popular. And there's a couple different variations. Ideally, we want to avoid sweeper decks. We go wide, like Farewell's a card that beats us. We go first, we'll keep. So depending on what our opponent's playing. So this can be Esper Legends. It could be Esper Control. It's Legends. I think I want to get my Fable going as soon as possible. And then we can start with these wedding announcements. Attacking with like the Fable counter has value. This could just be like black-white tokens. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of a similar idea. Elias Akor is actually pretty sick from the deck. So if they don't kill my dude, oh, I can just cast Sanctuary Warden next turn anyways. I don't necessarily want to cast it with Rite of Oblivion up. Okay, so that's going to be Wandering Emperor. I think I want the token here. Do I? Yeah, probably. Because they have Wandering Emperor here. They just make a 2/2 here. Because either way, they were going to make a 2/2.
I'm home. Let your blade do the talking.
So here, now they don't get the full value of right. I want him to kind of bait out this before I commit my Sanctuary Warden. This also lets me start getting these flipped sooner, and it makes my creatures better. Okay, so they can't quite right here.
We must protect the people.
That's actually pretty good because it lets me... So one... I think we keep one back here. So I can just... let that happen. I could Wandering Emperor. Which I think we do. Like, we're in a good spot, I think.
Ready to leave. Remember your training. Try not to miss me.
Okay, drawing a lot of lands here, but at least we're getting through that. Okay, so they hit their Warden. We have our Warden. So I'm going to take the draw here. Okay, we did get Mondrak. So... I can make it indestructible. Ooh, Ob Nixilis is really nice here, so we're going to be able to make some tokens next turn. And like here, they can take out my angel, but my board is pretty wide. Okay, that was sweet. This is a Wandering Emperor matchup. Or... because we want to sweep. I actually don't think Sanctuary Warden's good here with Rite of Oblivion. The targeted removal's probably not great. We might want... like, I don't mind Lauren. I don't mind the Hive here. Archangel's probably fine. Skitterbeam could probably come out. Vraska's interesting. But like Vraska just dies to a lot of what they're doing. Rite of Oblivion, they're going to go wide. So I think we get rid of Vraska. A couple rights are fine. Just try to like leverage this Archangel of Wrath. They did have Ilias Accord, so we might want... maybe the Hive on the play is not... on the draw is not good. Destroy Evil. Probably just go for the throats. I don't necessarily want Hearst just for the Rite of Oblivions. And looks good. 1, 2, 3. Opponent takes a mulligan. I think on the play we bring the Skrelv's Hive, but this is likely a matchup where like we're probably not getting in that often. So these seem kind of bad. There's so many blockers that we're gonna have. Mind you, it is reoccurring value. So opponent is going to get... theirs off first. I think we just poke in here. Like, they'll get their wedding announcement off first. Welcoming Vampire is an interesting inclusion. So I think we do want a Braid. So I'm going to attack here. If they block with the Welcoming Vampire, then I'm going to shoot it down with Archangel of Wrath. If not, I'm going to use Mondrak here. Since Mondrak will allow me to get multiple tokens with my wedding announcement. Just take it. So this is a pretty cool interaction. We definitely want more targeted removal, I think. Having seen this. Okay, so they got their Mondrak. a land would be really good for us here. Because the thing is, here they don't have... Oh no, but this is going to flip, so this takes them to 5. Okay, so they really want that dead, which is fine. So I can kick this twice, or I can start getting this going. I think I want to take them off card advantage here. And then I can still use this turn. I can block. Because now I have the skies. So they're short mana, which we've had the mana advantage. I can start copying archangels as well. My angels block fairly nicely. And they have to decide here, do you want to kill my Kiki or do you want to kill my Archangel of Wrath? Soul Transfer. So decision time. I think we just let that resolve. Okay, double wedding announcement's going to be really nice here. What do you have? You deciding if you're going to sack for indestructible? Lorne would be really nice here. Blow up the Hive. Stop some of their engine. The early mana advantage that the Fable token provided us was pretty big. I get 4 tokens here. And like while they're bigger, we can just block for a couple turns. Best draw is the Eternal Wander.
Finally, I'm home.
So here... I think I'm willing to sack. Am I? Just give him the 2 life, that's fine.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Just take a poison here. Because if I draw Eternal Wander, then I'm in a really good spot. Because I can just leave behind the tapped token. Another Dominus. Not what we want. Drawing multiples of these feels kind of bad. So I think this turn... Another announcement's pretty rough. They may be reluctant. Okay, so they go right here. I have another one, so I'm not like super worried. They just cash an Emperor here. I could put 5-spot on Mondrak. We just block like this. I basically want to keep them off 3 poison because then they're going to start gaining life. Okay, Lauren's pretty big. I'm actually 1 short here, which is kind of annoying. So the question is, do I blow this up for the turn? Or do I think I just Dominus this turn. Probably dead though. Okay, so my tokens are bigger this turn, which is nice. I can Lorn the wedding festivities that's flipped already. Or I can just take them off the other one. Still just trying to find the Eternal Wander. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Banishing Slash works really nice. These are artifacts, so they get the free value. Okay, we definitely want all our artifact enchantment removal here. So I'm going to blow up this one here, because that way they don't get the extra tokens. They're definitely outdrawing us, but we also drew 3 Mondraks in the top like 15 cards. 1 is great. 3 is a little too much. So that's rough. We'll take one more draw step here. Might be dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, I'm just like super dead. Okay, so let's change up our board plan. The Archangels, decent. Honestly, the Requisitioner is probably not getting in through that much damage, so cut those. I think we want all the Go for the Throats, all the Skrelv's Highs, all the Destroy Evils. Trim an Ob, trim that. Actually, like, this is such a big Mirror Breaker card that I'd probably just cut the reinforcements here. Ob also generates multiple bodies, so I think we're good with Ob there. I'm gonna keep... So I think I want to get the Hives going over the Chorus. The sooner we can attack in with those, the sooner we can get lifelink, which is pretty big. So I think I'm gonna get... It's actually interesting, because I can go... Like, I have a lot of options here. The wedding announcement was pretty big to get on board earlier, but I think if I can get 2 Hives going and just giving my things lifelink, it can help the race. Because now I'll have 4 toxic attackers, so even if they go wedding announcement, it's not the end of the world. Their mites also can't block. Okay, right there. I think we go Fable here. Mostly just so this can generate some mana for us. I don't think I want to get Ob going just yet. And they can use the Rite on the Fable. They might use it on the Hive here. But like, that's their whole turn. I think I might want another Skrelv's Hive. Okay, they just go Archangel here. They're at 5 poison. So these will now gain me life. And now we just start pressuring their face. Just like plus, plus, plus. Alright, that was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. The Hives are really good. So I think... we cut this. Honestly, Vraska's kind of mid. So we move the Hive here. Go up another Wandering Emperor. And maybe... Like, do I want another Skitterbeam main? I think we just go another Hive main. And then sideboard. Probably just another Archangel. Because there's not really card advantage we can necessarily bring in. I like the Destroy Evils. The new Kaya's too expensive. Do we want like Seismic Wave maybe? I don't even know how to seismic. Size. Let's just write wave. Deals 2 damage to any target and 1 damage to each non-artifact. So it doesn't actually do what I want it to do. Like we could go end the festivities. Don't think I want like Rite of Oblivions. The Emperor was good. Maybe it's just like Duress. Could be Liliana. I don't mind that. Let's try that. Lily's another good 3-mana walker that can pressure against the control matchup. So it gives us some value there. Maybe it was just playing like Ilias Sikor. There's a few different options. Opponent goes first. Sure. We'll go Haunted Ridge here. So we kill into Wedding Announcement, Wedding Announcement. They're on mono red. That should provide us ample amount of blockers. Grixis Andy. Not going to show him the white yet. This is a good card because if they kill it, I get to just go into Emperor. So it's not great into like Invoke Despair. Okay, bins 2 lands. So I'm going to trade Requisitioner here. They could have Invoke. They just go second Fable here. So I do think I want to hit the flipped Kiki. So we'll just do this. Okay, so they get rid of Blood Tithe. No Invoke's good so far, but at this point I have enough fodder to sacrifice to it. We'll probably just take the damage this turn. Corpse Appraiser. I guess I wouldn't mind trading with this. I think if we do, we put all 3 blockers in front. Forcing our hand, so we'll kill their Kiki. We do need a second Kiki here, or second answer. So here, even if they attack, like it's in their interest not to attack. Shelly comes down.
We must protect the people.
So here, probably just take it off that. So my thing is, I want to keep this around. If they have Invoke Despair, it's pretty bad. So I think we're just going to make the token here.
May your blade strike true.
My board gets fairly large now. And even with Invoke Despair here, they just get rid of... That's a little annoying. But even with that, they don't have a huge amount of value necessarily. And like they don't have a way to kill the Emperor here. So they kill my 4/4. I don't think we necessarily want to Skrelv's Hive. We're going to hold this land for the time being. Okay, Ob's pretty sweet.
We've got the edge in this fight.
We'll get rid of the 1/1 counter here. So we'll casualty here. So you are the token planeswalker, so I'm going to make one with you.
Go sow some chaos.
Going to plus you.
Coin or carnage. Tribute is owed.
I want to just be mindful of my life total.
I'm the new boss.
We're going to keep the new copy.
Join me or die.
And I think we're just plussing.
Pleasure doing business with you. Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
They cycle, gain some life. They can always like churn through these. We're basically trying to find a removal spell. Rite of Oblivion would be great. Go for the throat. Skrelv's Hive on this board's probably not doing too much. And like we're pretty well insulated against Invoke Despair. Okay, they've main phased this Kiki, so now I can exile it with the Wandering Emperor. Just protect here. Ob's really good into Grixis.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed. Pleasure doing business with you.
I can expose my Sanctuary Warden by taking the counter off here.
Is my entertainment.
I think that's fine. See what they do here. Oh, I can just take the counter off. Always take it off the real one.
Oh, you've got moxie.
Exile Reflections here.
For this?
And then just play these two out.
My judgment is final.
Drawing cards in the face of Kiki, no fear. We'll probably see like Brotherhood's End or something of that nature come in. Okay, so they did have the go for the throat here. That's fine, because it's going to take multiple removal spells for them to be able to do anything. And my board's fairly wide now. Impervious to cut down. Opponent's digging. So here, sack you. Sack you. You are the real one, so we'll sack you. So that really didn't do too much. We have so many like varied angles of attack. So in this matchup, I think we want Liliana. The Eternal Wanderer is good. Destroy Evil or go for the Throat. I guess go for the Throat hits everything. Gonna trim a Mondrak here. These chorus are pretty bad. Skitterbeam Battalion maybe out. I could see them bringing in like negates perhaps. The good thing is they don't have many ways to deal with enchantments, which is nice. I think I'm just going to get rid of the Rite of Oblivion. Nah, I think on the play we'll keep it, and then we'll bring in Battalion afterwards. Destroy Evil's something we could bring in, but I don't want to overboard necessarily. Maybe I want a Braid. Just to deal with like the Kiki token on curve, because it gets them ahead. Well, we need lands. We'll keep this. Put Warden back. Look at this perfect Mardu mana base. Okay, can I get a 2-drop, please? Skrelv Hive. Skrelv Hive. Okay, this is too many lands. We went from no lands to only lands. They could have negate here. I need something on the board. I'm not going to win the long game. And then because I have this Takenuma, it's going to be a spell this game anyways. Just make a double here. It's just something to play to the board.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I can do this. We'll just do this. Like, they're not really playing anything here. And if they invoke Despair here, I don't lose my Fable. That's fine. So they could have negate. They could have Disdainful Stroke. Make disappear. Okay, that's fine. We have Takenuma. What we also have is just the most amount of lines possible.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Probably want black-white as our source. Just hold back here. I don't love our position right now. The Maul hurt, and we just didn't have much early game interaction. Hopefully no Invoke Despair. I really want this Fable to get rid of these lions. I think we just do this. Ob's pretty nice.
Families call me their adversary. I lie.
Gonna make the token here.
My goons will make
Wish we had one more land for Takenuma. Because if they have another invoke here, it only draws them one card. Yeah. Okay, go for the throat's nice. Just gonna do this now. They could have like negate or something. I don't really want to deal with that. See Shelly. It's actually pretty big. Because it lets me Takenuma upkeep Wandering Emperor. See what they do here.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will protect my
So,
people.
pretty good turn.
Roadblock.
Like, they need to have a creature here that can crew bank buster. It's not a guarantee. And I'd rather keep my Wandering Emperor around. At the very least, it makes a token next turn. Okay, Fable token's not enough. So they bank buster here.
No more distractions.
Get them to sack that.
Off you go.
I think we're just cashing in Emperor here.
Still have much to learn. We must protect the people.
Need some gas. Opponent's at 19 on the clock. We're at 21. Make disappears. Time is gone. Like Warden would be really good. Wow.
It's no fun when they hit back.
Big punish. Okay, so we did see the Brotherhood's end out of them. I mean, I just gotta lay out my threats. Holding them just puts me into make disappear. They have another invoke, they have another invoke, but they would have cast it, I think, by now. And chances are they removed some of their targeted removal. I would love a Wandering Emperor, Sanctuary Warden, Eternal Wander. Yeah, they can also crew the Bank Buster now. I'll take the 4 here. might want to braids. Okay, Ob's really nice. Wish we had one more spell here. Okay, see the negate out of them. If we had like one creature out, like 3 hives, that hurts. Pretty big tempo swing. These bank busters have just been running me down. Also just getting hit by 2 Invoke Despairs. This game we weren't really able to establish ourselves. We had like the Obs but no bonus. They're at 16. So they're drawing a lot of cards. We'll just waste some of their clock. It's fine. Probably take out Liliana. Lily could still be good. Alright. Not dead this turn, but let's just... It's boring to just play it out like that. So the Rite of Oblivions are kind of bad. Question is, do I want these chorus early? So they have Brotherhood's End I gotta be mindful of. And they brought in negates. Let's bring in a Lauren, maybe? It deals with Bankbuster. It's another creature I can sack. That or a Braid? Maybe a Braid. Braid's a little bit more flexible. Because like Lauren, I can hit some treasure. I guess Lauren hits Fable, so maybe I should have brought that in. Yeah, I should have brought Lauren in. We just didn't hit our early game. We saw how like impactful wedding announcements were in the past game. I completely forgot about the Fable being an enchantment. We should have put Lauren. Has 8 hits out of the deck. And then incidentally just treasure or blood tokens, which can slow him down. We did see Brotherhood's End, so we want to be mindful of where we're leaving our planeswalkers. It also means maybe not using the Wandering Emperor at instance, like at sorcery speed, like on our turn. This hand looks good. Oh, this hand is extremely painful. Go Riveteers. Riveteers is nice because it replaces itself. Hopefully sneak this Fable under duress or make disappear. Okay. Let's play this out. See if we can bait anything with the Riveteers. Don't necessarily want to play 2 out into potentially Brotherhood's End. Ah, there goes Fable. Get rid of the Wandering Emperor. Ooh, scary Emperor. Okay, since we drew the Warden, I'm a little bit cooler. Because if we hit a land here and they sweep, at least I get these Wardens back. Hopefully no sweeper. Okay, no double red is a good start. They have their own Fable. Yikes. See if they want to trade here. Keep them off Invoke for the turn. No discard is terrifying. Got Shelly here. I should have attacked with both of these, because if one of them dies, I get the 2 treasure tokens. Okay, Blood Tithe. Guessing this is negate. Or make disappear. Yeah. Not really the curve. So I think our board plan is a little wrong there. We were a little aggressive with that removal spell, but Invoke seems to still be a bit of a problem. It's a cool deck. That second game, wish we drew our stuff a little earlier. Obs are good. I honestly don't love Rite of Oblivion and felt like a lot of games we just had hard removal. This is fine, not great, but I think the core of the deck is pretty cool. And then just maybe playing to the board a little earlier. But let me know what you think in the comments. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.